In this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can outsmart Amazon and make money from the comfort of your home by selling used books. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe before we get started here. But today, I have a fun, exciting, very informative, hopefully very informative video for you guys. For those of you that don't know, my business model as a reseller on Amazon is online book arbitrage. I find books below their market value and then sell them back onto Amazon for their market value. I have a full-time job, but I do this on the side to make some extra income. So for those of you that are looking for, a nice side hustle to make a little bit extra money, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you guys how you can leverage one of the most powerful softwares in the, literally you need this software to sell on Amazon if you want to do online arbitrage, and that software is called Keepa. What Keepa essentially is a software that keeps track of the entire sales history of a particular book. You can literally read a chart, read data, and based on the history of a particular book, you can make an educated prediction or guess on where the book is going to sell in the future. In this video, I'm going to go over the essential features of Keepa, how to use it, how to read a basic Keepa chart, and by the end of the video, you'll be able to use Keepa to uncover some unhidden gems for your own Amazon business. So let's dive in. So the first thing that you guys are going to need to do is actually get Keepa as a browser extension. To get that into your browser, just go to Google, type in Keepa browser extension, go to Keepa Amazon Price Tracker, and then you can go right here and click the install button and it will get installed into your browser. That's the first thing that you need to do. So one of the easiest ways to get started finding some profitable books is using the Keepa Deals page. What Keepa Deals essentially is set up certain triggers and parameters to find, essentially for it to filter and for you to find profitable books. So what I like to do is when I'm in Keepa Deals is obviously I'm trying to find used books, right? So I'm gonna click the deal type here and that's gonna be used. And then you can go down to the limit drop interval. So what the limit drop interval is, over a period of time, there's a lot of fluctuation in a certain book and in a Keepa chart based on, the price that other sellers are listing the book. And what you can do in the limit drop interval is click day, week, month, or 3 months. And that essentially means, do you want to see drops that have happened just in a day? Do you want to see drops that have happened over the last 3 months? I tend to find a lot of the best and most profitable books during a 3-month time period instead of a week or a month. You can find some in the day too if you're really quick with it. But for this one, I'm just going to click 3 months, and then you can select your ranges, right? So you can you can select a drop percentage range. So what that means is, so the range is basically where if the used line on a Keepa graph is at a certain point and then it drops a percentage like this, you can set the range, where you want to see a percentage, and basically this is where you can find books that are lower than their intrinsic value and their market value. So you want to see a drop percentage. That's essentially how you find profitable books using Keepa. You want to see books that are actually dropping so you can buy them low and sell them high. I hope I'm explaining this okay. I'm trying to get better at this. So the next range is the dollar amount of the drop range. So you can actually set a dollar amount of how much value in dollar amount you want to see a particular book drop. So I've set this one to $25 to over $100. And then the price range. So you can set the price range of what you actually want to buy the book at. Right now I have it set at $0 to $41, but you can set it from, $41 to over $500. Usually there's a lot less competition in those books that are, have dropped a lot more, but they're actually worth a lot more than the $0 to $20, because a lot of online sellers are looking for the cheap flips, the $5, $10, $15, $20, $25 flips. If you're buying books over the $40 range, I think there's a lot less competition. But for this example, I'm going to do $0 to $41. And then right here, you can put in the minimum and maximum sales rank. So for sales rank, for those that don't know what sales rank means, sales rank is the actual rank that Amazon gives a particular book based on how fast it's been selling as of recent. The lower the sales rank, the faster and more velocity a particular book has. So I'm setting my sales rank at 1.5 million. you have to keep in mind, there's like over 100 million books, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I've heard Joji and Victor say it, but I think there's over 100 million books on Amazon, and not all 100 million are selling like crazy. I would say books under a million are selling pretty, like, those are like great tier. Under 100,000 is like A+ tier. Under a million is like B tier. Under 1 million to 2 million is like C tier, and then like under 3 million is like under that. I have sold books over 3 million, even like over 5 million. I've sold books at, pretty high, but they just don't sell as fast as the ones that are like lower ranked. But for this example, I'm going to set my max sales rank at 1.5 million. Usually I can find books under 1.5 million that sell a decent amount and are undervalued that I can flip and resell back onto Amazon. And then the last one I'm going to click is the lowest ever filter. So basically it's going to give me a bunch of books that are at the lowest price point ever in the history of the listing. So that could potentially give me and spit out, books that are, very low in value right now that I could resell for their actual market value. So what it's going to do is, after you do those triggers, it gives me 129 books based on the filters that I've set. So, and if you change any of these, right, like if I change this a little bit, it spits out 163 books. So you can filter the parameters any way you want, and it will give you more books or less books. But for this example, I'm just going to keep it at 41, and I'll see if I'll change it a little bit. But we'll keep it at 41 for right now. So basically what I do is I just start hovering over the actual button or the listing to see if there's a Cupid chart that I like. So let's go through these. All right, this one's interesting. This is a textbook. So it's sold for as high as $95 in peak season. Remember, textbooks sell in January and in August. So you can see the seasonality here. The green line is the sales rank drops. That means a sale has happened. So the lower you see this green line, that means the more sales you're seeing. So you're seeing them drop like crazy. Even right here in the off season, they don't drop as much. So as you can see here, it sells pretty much every January and August. So you can know that's how you know it's a textbook. So now I'm going to open up this listing and see what's going on. All right, so it looks like Glenn the Bookseller is selling it for $18 plus $3.98 shipping. And let's see what the other offers are at. So we got Apex Media at $24.51, and then it jumps up to $68. So I think this is something that I would be interested in, actually. So if you look at the Cupid chart, it has historically sold for $95, like all the way up to, like 80. I would say $80 to $95 historically. And like, look, it's dropped all the way down to $18 plus shipping, which is awesome. And I don't see a new edition coming out, so this is something that I would actually be interested in. But what I want to do is I want to check if this, with textbooks, you have to check if the book is counterfeit likely. So you just take the ISBN and put it into Books Run Counterfeit Check, and it says that it's unlikely to be counterfeit, which is great. So this is something that I'm definitely interested in. So if I put in 1838 plus 398 in my profit calculator and say it sells for lower end $60, that's an $18 profit, which is awesome. But on the high end, if I sell it for $90, that's a $43 profit. So right off the bat, we found an awesome book here. It's the lowest ever, and if you buy it now and set your min and max price for it to sell in January, you could easily sell this book for $60 to $90. So it looks like this is another textbook, right? You can see it sells in January, it sells in July, August time, January, July, August, and same here. It's sold in like August and September, so it definitely has some seasonality to it. It doesn't sell a ton, so it's, if I were to buy this, I would need there to be not many FBA offers here. So look, there's no FBA offers, just the new offer. So this is something I'm very interested in. So if I were to buy, I usually don't buy acceptable copies unless they have really good feedback. Potentially buy this one, but I usually lean towards buying good. So right here, eCampus is selling one, 26.43 plus 4.49. Put that in my profit calculator, so it comes up to be. All right, so it's 30.86. The new price is at 149, so I want to sell it below what the new Amazon seller is selling it for. And it's sold as high as, $90 here. It's sold all the way up to $142. So you could easily sell this, I would say, for 125 bucks. So on the high end. So if you put 125, that's a $65 profit. Now, granted, this book, like I said, does not sell that much, right? Like it's sold 3 times here, 3 times here. Looks like 3 times here as well. So if you're the only FBA seller, you're going to get the buy box. And I think if I can buy this book for 30 bucks and there's no other competition right now, you run the risk of somebody else hopping on the listing. But if I buy this book for 30 bucks now, I'm pretty confident I could sell it for at least $100 when it comes January. So I would say this is a good pickup. Some people don't like the slower sellers like this, but I tend to lean towards this, especially if I'm the only FBA offer on the listing. So pick this book up for $30, sell it for at least 100 bucks. Even if you put 75 bucks, you make a $22 profit. But I would say you could sell this book for 100 at least. That's a $43 profit. So flipping a book for $30 and selling it for $43, I don't even touch the book. The book goes to my prep center, and then they ship it to Amazon. And then once somebody buys it, it goes prime shipping to the customer. That's easy money. $43. I'm buying that all day long. All right, let's find a few more on the Keep It Deals page here. So let's keep scrolling down. This looks like an interesting one too. So it looks like the used line has dropped down to $8, but it has been selling for the 38 range. And remember, the used line, that means it's the lowest used offer. So it tends to sell higher than the actual used line, especially if you're doing FBA, because if you send your books in and you're selling them via Amazon Prime, you can tend to get a little bit of a prime bump and a premium rather than having the books at your house and shipping them to people yourself. So just keep that in mind, that the used line, that's the lowest that an offer, that's the lowest offer on the listing at that particular time. So I like this Keep It Chart a lot. I mean, it's sold upwards of $63. So now it's gotten down to $8.75. Let's open this up real quick. So we got The Triumph of Babylon 5, science fiction classic in its long twilight struggles. So it looks like right now the new price is at $35. That's probably why the listing tanked a little bit. It looks like they have 20 copies in stock right now. Doesn't sell a ton. So if you were to pick up this book at $831 plus $399, and you have to sell it under the new price, right? So you have to probably price this at $29.99. You'd only be making a $5 profit. Now, if this new seller had one book in stock, then this price will recover back up to that 60 mark, I would think. So yeah, it will probably go back up to like $48 right there. Then you could sell it for $39.99. So instead of $29.99, you can sell it for $39.99. And that's a little bit better, $14 profit. I would think about picking it up if it was at that, but since the new price is a little bit lower, I'm gonna pass on this one. All right, so I've showed you 2 examples that are absolute buys, and I've showed you one that is probably not a buy for me right now. Let's keep going to see if I can find a few more. So the used price dropped dramatically, right, down at $12, and it's been selling like crazy. Looks like in August season, this might be a textbook. So let's open this one up real quick. All right, so it looks like the lowest used offer is $12 out the door. Looks like it's by an Amazon seller. So if we were to buy this one and ship it in FBA, you're actually buying the only FBA copy. So if you were to buy this for 12 bucks and get your Amazon cart up to over $35 so you can get that free shipping, if you were to sell it for $12 and then sell it at its actual value, it looks like there's no new offers on here either, so this is very interesting. Let's take the ISBN and make sure we can actually sell this first. Unlikely, awesome, that's good news. And then it looks like we're eligible to sell it, so this is awesome. So it is historically sold for around the $40 range, but since there's no new offers, you could probably sell this for $50, I would say. So if you put in $49.95 and you were to buy this right now, profit calculator is not working right now. It's not including fees. It says 36 bucks, but it's probably around like 25 to 30 bucks profit, which is awesome. So if you were to buy this right now, $12 out the door, you could sell it for 50 bucks easily since you're the only FBA listing. So this is just another example of a great book that you can buy right now using the Keep It Deals page. So one of the features that I wanted to show you guys as a bonus is the Keep a Track product feature. So let's say someone came in and bought this copy and you weren't able to find it, or actually able to buy it and another seller bought it or somebody else bought it. You can actually track this the next time the book drops and it hits a certain threshold, and you'll get a notification so you can go buy it the next time. This is how you can build a big replens list and continue to sell books over and over again every time that the price drops below a certain target that you're trying to hit. So since the book dropped to $12 this time, I'll put like $14 right here. So you can just put that there and track it, and track it for however long you want. I'll put for 10 years. Actually, I'm gonna do including shipping and track for 10 years. So now next time that this book drops below $14, I'm gonna get a notification from Keepa to let me know that I need to go buy this book. So if I get a notification, I'll click in there and go buy the book and try to sell it for that $40 to $50 range again. This is how people make thousands and thousands of dollars by tracking a bunch of books. I'm tracking like 2,000 books right now using the Keepa product feature, or Keepa Track product feature. So another tip for you guys. All right, let's try to find one more juicy book that we can buy below market value to flip back onto Amazon. All right, I'm gonna toggle this up into the above $41 range and see if we can find like a crazy flip here. All right, this one's actually kind of interesting here. All right, cool. So this looks like a textbook. It looks like it's been selling for 140 bucks, like pretty consistently. It's a newer book, but it's sold, one sales range drop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It sold 11 times since like middle of May. And then all of a sudden the used price dropped all the way down here to 35, 40 bucks. So let's go ahead and open this listing. This is pretty interesting. All right, so we got Veterinary Parasitology 5th edition. Before you even look at a textbook, I just want to make sure I can sell it. So it says in my profit calculator that I'm eligible to list it. Then I'm going to take the ISBN and paste it in here just to make sure it's not counterfeit likely. Looks like it's unlikely, so it's green light for me to go after this book. So it looks like the lowest offer right now, is a like new copy, $41.62 plus $59.99, and there's nobody in the used FBA buy box. This is golden. Let's type in $41.52 plus $5.99. So if we were to sell this under the new price, I bet we can get this for $124.95. If you were to sell this at that price, you could get a $44 profit. So you buy it for $47 and you get a $44 profit. Granted, $47 is a lot for people up front, but once you start building your inventory and you're selling a lot more and you're getting more capital to buy money, like buying a book for $47 and selling it for $44 is honestly ideal. Like $44 profit, and like this would sell relatively quickly because you're the only used FBA offer. So this is something that I would definitely be interested in buying. That's going to do it for the video today. Now you guys know how to leverage Keepa as a software to buy books below their market value to sell them for what they're actually worth. Over time, you'll get used to it. It takes a little bit of practice actually reading the data and understanding, what's a good buy, what's a bad buy. But over time, you'll get used to it. You'll make mistakes and you'll learn from mistakes. That's probably the number one tip that I can probably give to you. Just jump in and do it if you actually want to do it, and learn by making mistakes. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe to see more videos like this. I'm going to try to do some sort of like Keepa beginner class or Keepa beginner video. I know if you're not familiar with Keepa or online arbitrage overall, this probably seems way over your head, but the main thing that I wanted to get across in this video is that you can really leverage a software that costs $20 a month to find books that sell for 10, 15, 20, 40, 50, 100. I've sold books for over $100 profits several times. So the fact that you can do this from the comfort of your home just by leveraging software is so cool to me. And you know, it's been a blessing to find a way to bring in more income from the comfort of my home. So hope you guys liked the video. Thank you for your support, and I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye.